are now tuned in. The most talked about podcast in the country. DT, unfiltered and uncensored. Now here's your host, DT.
Yo. Okay, thank y'all. I appreciate it. Yo, this is your boy DT from DT's Unfiltered, Uncensored, the show that is streaming worldwide on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and you can also follow me on Instagram. All you gotta do is search DT_Unfiltered, Uncensored. Go to my bio, click the link, make sure you follow me. Click the link to my YouTube page, take you to my YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe to my channels and check out all of my different podcast shows. So today I have a special show this evening. I got two special guests on the show, and we're going to make this interesting today. But before I get started into the show, first I want to introduce to the show my main man, the brother from another mother. I say the mother from another brother. What the fuck?
You about to say you motherfucker? You ain't slick.
Yeah, you motherfucker. The brother from another mother, known this man for many years, has been on numerous of my shows lately. Haven't seen him in a while. He been hiding since John Morant been playing recklessly. I want to welcome to my show the one, the only KDH. Welcome to the show, sir.
What's going on?
Hey, appreciate you joining the show today. It's DT. Unfiltered, Uncensored. Yeah. And I would like to introduce a new person. His first time making his appearance on the DT Unfiltered, Uncensored show. And he's a huge, when I say huge, 76ers fans don't know why, because it's the 76ers and they got Doc Rivers as the coach. But I'm going to let that slide because y'all got Doc Rivers. I mean, if I was you, I would call the owner and tell him, please fire that motherfucker. I want to welcome to the show. I guess his name today is MD. Welcome to the show, man.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me, man.
Great. Well, I'm glad you guys are joining the show today. What we're going to do today for all the people out there in media world, in YouTube world, Twitch world, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you want to watch me, you better be watching. If you don't watch now, you better watch the repeat. We're going to do a comparison. And what these guys are going to do today, we're going to have two athletes in the NBA, past and present. They're going to debate between the two who they think has a better career. But I'm going to be the final person with the gavel. I'm going to bang the gavel. I'm going to be the one to decide who wins the argument. Who's the better of the two? Who had the better career? I'm getting good at this. I'm getting good at talking to the camera. Oh, I'm loving this. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. So let me explain the rules. Each guy going to defend or debate or defend or whatever you want to say. Or they're going to argue why their athlete has had a better career than the other person athlete. They're going to get let's do 2 minutes to put the say they state the opening statement on it. And then okay, and also who God, you just interrupt my speech. I should smack you across the face. Who career they would choose personally as well, since I just received a text message from someone who's on this line.
That's crazy.
And they both gonna get to say their argument. They're gonna get them 2 minutes open argument. Then we gonna get to the point of they gonna debate each other. They gonna give each other why this person, other person go, how I normally go. If you ever watch a debate show, if you ever watch Skip and Shannon, it ain't like that shit. Okay, so
if you ever watch it, it ain't like that.
Ain't like that shit. Those are two idiots who should not be on TV talking about sports to me.
I'm not saying none of that. I'm
Huh?
not for Shannon.
You know what? Oh, you love Shannon? I can't stand that loudmouth bastard. But,
he's from the South, baby. He's from the South. You gotta enjoy that, man.
I'm from the South too, but I just hate listening to him talk. He sounds like an Uncle Tom. But we ain't gonna go there today because this is the DT Unfiltered Uncensored show. Oh wait, this is Unfiltered Uncensored. Yeah, he sounds like a motherfucker, Uncle Tom. Okay, hold on 1 second.
This program is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised.
Hey, I need to put that disclaimer out there because I am gonna say a couple of things that not meant for your kids. So you're watching this and stuff like that, and you've been on my Rise and Superstar show. Don't follow. Don't listen to it. It's just all.
Don't like, don't follow, don't
No.
subscribe.
I'm no. We rephrase that. Please follow. Please like. But just enjoy it because that's what we're here for is entertainment and entertainment purposes only. So let's get to our first. Let me get my timer set because I want to make sure neither one of you guys go over. So no, we're gonna change that from 2 minutes to 90 seconds. We're gonna make it 90 seconds, a minute and 20 seconds. That should take y'all enough to do your opening statement. Then y'all get the battle why. And hold on, here we go. I got it set to a minute and 20 seconds. Okay, so let me get to my band. So the first group, we're gonna say the best for last. I'm not doing what y'all talk. We're gonna say the best for last. So let's start off with we're gonna do who had a better career, Allen Iverson or James Harden. And Michael, since you are a guest, it's your first time on the show, and you are a legit Allen Iverson, legit Philadelphia 76ers fan. We're gonna let you start first. So you have 20 seconds starting now.
I mean, for the case of having a better career, James Harden's still going, so we can't say it's finalized, right? But in comparison where AI is etched in NBA history, I mean, he doesn't come close yet. I mean, if we talk about skill, James is there. But talking about career as a whole, AI has been able to show more, accomplish more, impact the culture to a far higher extent. And he's gotten to a place James just hasn't gone to yet, the finals. So I'm going to leave it there.
Okay, so you have 45 seconds. That's where you want to stop at now?
Yeah, I'll start right there. Keep it short, sweet.
Okay, that's your open statement. Okay, now KDH, you have 90 seconds to state your claim about James, Mr. 3-point specialist. Now been on 3 different teams. Now he's with the 76ers. And go.
All right. So let's just keep it a buck. Allen Iverson has had nobody since the beginning of his career. Then ended up getting a few players. Did okay. James Harden still wins 7 games with the Golden State Warriors. AI won 1 game against the best team during that year in the finals. Kobe Shaq. One game. That's it. 1 game.
Okay.
And then a lot of times when we talk about Allen Iverson, we only talk about Allen Iverson in 2001 when he actually made the finals. The rest of his career is pretty much irrelevant. You don't know anything else about Allen Iverson except that he crossed up Jordan. That seems to be so iconic as well. Outside of that, James Harden has put up numbers.
30 seconds left.
Title, done everything. You know, he's been in the same amount of league. He's been all-star more times. He's also had more playoff appearances than AI. Let's not forget about that one there. I think James Harden has had a better career than Allen Iverson. I love Allen Iverson, but it's James Harden. Come on now. I know people hate him, but you got to love him at the same time.
I don't know about you got to love him at the same time, but I get what you're saying, sir. So, okay, cool. So, okay, so that's the 120. So I'm going to throw some stuff out. I'm going to ask y'all. Let's start off with stats, and we're going to start off with points per game. Who had a better point per game? Who scores more between the two? I'll let y'all debate on that. Go ahead.
Well, are we talking playoffs or regular season?
We're just talking about overall career, sir, so far. Well, James Harden's still in his career, so we're going to say James Harden to now. Or we could do like this. Let's make it easier in a prime because James Harden passed his prime. So let's talk about at his prime, AI at his prime. Who had a better career?
So who had a better time during their career?
Yeah, like who scored the most points during their prime?
If I'm not mistaken, I think during the prime, I think Allen Iverson does have that one.
Okay. What about overall?
Go
ahead.
I'm about to say, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Allen Iverson had scored more in his time than James Harden.
Who had the most finals appearance?
You mean that one finals appearance?
Oh no!
One finals appearance.
But I'm just saying, who took their team to the final?
AI took the team to the finals.
Okay, what about anybody get MVPs? Any MVPs?
They both have MVP.
James Harden had MVP?
Yeah.
What you mean James Harden had MVP?
I forgot about his career.
Not the Sixers, though. Not the Sixers, unfortunately.
Okay, no.
Well, obviously.
Who had a better rookie season?
Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. Man dropped 26 points. But you can't throw that out there when he got drafted to a team that was stacked. He got drafted to a team stacked. That's the reason why he left.
Okay, so my question is, who had more playoff success?
James Harden.
Well, let's talk about quality over quantity, though. All right, quality over quantity, right?
Okay, how many times have AI made it to the conference finals, and how many times that James made it to the conference finals?
I want to say AI has made it to the conference finals.
That's a good
once
point.
as well.
How many?
Once.
How many times has James made it?
James Harden has made it once.
They both made it once.
So one team actually made it to the NBA final. The other team lost.
Yeah.
And the team that and James Harden, what was his record in the
during that year?
Yeah, what was his record in that conference finals? What was it?
Oh, they went to Game 7. They lost. That's when Chris Paul had got injured, and they lost that last game.
Who was his role players on the team with James Harden?
You had Chris Paul. Well, no role players at that time.
Well, other star. You can say other stars.
I'm about to say
other star. Who was the other star?
I want to say the roster was Chris Paul, James Harden, Eric Gordon,
Clint Capella.
Clint Capella. What was the power forward?
Clint wasn't. I know I'm asking for stars on it. Clint's not a star, and Eric Gordon wasn't a star. So who was the other star?
No, I mean Eric Gordon was a star, but he's a good role player. I give him that.
I'm not gonna say he was. I want to know who's the star.
He's the power forward that played for the New Orleans Pelicans last, and he left.
You ain't talking about Chandler Parsons, are you?
I mean, Trevor Ariza was on the team.
He wasn't a star.
He wasn't a starter though. It was
not starter, not starter. Star, STAR. Who was?
Just stars?
Yeah. Who?
Oh, it was just Chris Paul. That's it. Just Chris Paul.
Yeah, Chris Paul.
So let's go with AI. When he made it to the conference finals, who was the stars on there?
Yeah. Dikembe was the only one we can talk about being a star.
What was Dikembe at the end of his career? Was in
that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Hold on.
That doesn't matter.
It does matter. Was he at the top of his career, at the peak of his career? Was he in the middle? Was he at the end of his career?
He was at the career that he needed to be to
get to. Let's keep it 100. Was he at the peak of his career? Was he at the end of his career? Or was he at the beginning of his career?
Toward the end of his career.
Okay. Chris Paul, was he at the peak, middle, or the end?
He was in the middle.
Okay, so he was in the middle. He wasn't at the peak. His peak was back at
his peak was Clippers. Let's just call it for what it is.
Okay. So who else on the who else did AI have with them?
Eric Snow.
Eric Snow.
Don't look it up. Nobody told you to look it up.
Who?
Nobody told you to look this up.
Somebody said this. Somebody popped that up. Somebody said that real quick. And okay, so the boil down to, I know James Harden still has a career going on right now, but I'm gonna have to AI. I'm gonna give it to AI. Sorry, sir.
Yeah, man.
AI got that one because that just that I mean he made it to the NBA final. James, and then the thing about it, AI carried them in a way. He carried them to the final. James Harden has never carried nobody to the finals.
Okay. Let's just call it for what it is now.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Are we saying that AI was the most dominant player during that time in 2001 when he only made it?
We're talking about his individual.
Okay. If AI in the first game went 5 for 27, and that we need give somebody confirm was the first game, second game, and they still won.
Let me ask you a question, KDH. Let me ask you a question, and MD, you can hold off on this one.
All right.
If you take AI for that team, do they make the playoffs?
If you took James Harden off that team, do they make the playoffs?
Yes. Yeah.
No.
Yes. They still make the playoffs. Yes.
They got Chris Paul. They got a full team ready to go. What are you talking about?
Man, stop it. Because as soon as they disbanded that team, it was over. Where we could play the what ifs all we want.
We disbanded that team. They traded everyone. What are you talking about?
That's my point. It's disbanded the team.
We're gonna just end it there. AI has this one. Okay, so we're gonna go to question number 2. Number 2. Here we go. We have who had a better career, Charles Barkley versus Paul George. And because you start off first, MD, last time, we're gonna start with KDH. And KDH, you are going to defend Charles Barkley?
Yeah. I think Charles Barkley definitely had a better career, considering Paul George hasn't accomplished anything but 1 year. Since we love 1 year so goddamn much in this fucking interview, 1 year when he played against LeBron with the team he had in the Pacers. Outside of that, he hasn't proved himself to be anything. I don't even need to explain any more than Charles Barkley. I know up everybody, Charles Barkley didn't make it. Charles Barkley was still one of the most dominant, most successful big men that during that time, who was only 6'6". 6'6", dominating like he was 7 foot.
6'6".
Wait. Let him finish his open
6'6". Okay, 6'5". 6'5". If you want to give, he was Russell Westbrook before there was even a Russell Westbrook. He was the man was huge. The man was huge. You weren't getting in his way. Actually, was dominating the game in points, assists. Well, I ain't gonna say assists, but points and rebounds. Paul George has been a mediocre player on mediocre teams doing mediocre talents. The only time he had really well was that one MVP season.
You have 25 seconds. You done?
Yeah, I got nothing to say about that one.
Okay. I will let you go, MD.
I mean, it's hard to compare it to a Hall of Fame legend like Mr. Barkley. I mean, from when he had
on the 76ers too. He was on the 76ers.
Exactly, bro. I mean, he had to grow on the 76ers. He came in a little hard-headed, and he had to get right. I mean, MVP, made it to the finals, lost against Jordan. We know his career is storied, right? It's etched in the books. Right now, Paul George still going. We can still see something happen this season. But call him mediocre at best, I can't say that, man. Look at that career. I'm not gonna argue say PG's career was better than Charles Barkley. I'll never say that. You can't discount what this man has been able to accomplish, all right? He pushed the Miami Heat. Pushed the Miami Heat. When no one should have been able to push that team. He can't push the Miami Heat.
Nobody? Dallas beat him the first year.
This is open statement.
Look at you, yeah.
23 seconds. Go.
PG's been able to accomplish far more, given his position of power. When he has to come to a team, it's never built around him post Pacers. He has to acclimate to each team he goes to, and he's done a great job putting up MVP numbers on OKC.
5
Coming
seconds.
to the Clippers, supporting Kawhi. Every time Kawhi get injured, he's still there. He's still ready to hoop. He's still showing what he's capable of doing. You
Okay,
get some respect on him.
time.
Giving participation points now, huh?
Okay. So between the two young men, who had more playoff appearances? Well, no, we already know who had the most. Who had more playoff? No, that's because who had the most playoff appearances?
It was Charles. Only by 3 though.
Who has made it to the NBA Finals?
Charles
has.
Has PG ever made it there?
No, he don't even know what it is.
Whoa. Let's calm.
Who's got more points right now in their career?
In their career, it's probably still Charles, I think.
Yeah.
Charles was over 20,000. I don't think Paul George has even hit 20,000 yet.
Okay, who has carried their team more? I mean, who has been a bigger factor towards their team?
Bigger factor towards your team?
Charles.
Yeah.
Because if they both haven't made it to the finals, then you can't exclude them leading a team. So it's whoever was performing the best to get them to where they could get season-wise, per se, then that's what you kind of go based off of. There's nothing really.
Charles made it to the NBA Finals.
Huh?
How many times has Charles Barkley made it to the NBA Finals?
I think two times.
Once.
Once. That was it. Because the other one he should have with the Trailblazers, but that.
Yeah, they should have.
They should have. But,
that team was stacked, son.
Has either one of them ever been MVP?
Yeah, Barkley.
Yeah, Barkley's the only one. Out of 2.
Oh shit. Well, they're gonna be kind of.
But I will say, for career-wise points per game, it's only a 2-point difference.
And they both play defense, so I give them that.
I will give Paul George plays better.
Yeah, no, he's a much better.
I will give Paul George plays
better
a lot
rim
better.
defender.
I'm gonna give George. I'm gonna give Charles a little bit more because Charles, nobody's scared. People scared to come.
Nah, because Paul George at least made all defensive team 4 times. Charles hasn't done that 0 times, and he was all defensive first team 2 times. Charles ain't got that 0.
That's screwed Charles. Like Charles was the people scared to come in.
The only thing he has over him though is he's made all NBA first team 5 times to Paul George's 1.
I
in
mean,
that
but who
one
did
year.
Paul George
We
got to
love
go
number
against?
one.
Who Paul George got to go against though? LeBron, KD, Kawhi. Come on now.
All
He
right.
ain't getting the number one spot.
All right.
Okay.
Participation points we're gonna give.
Who averaged more rebounds?
Hey, what's up?
Wow.
Definitely gotta say
No,
rebound.
your brother's at your house. Yeah. Nah, I'm not.
And this is DT. I'm filter uncensored.
No. But let me hit your boy. Right? Let me hit your boy.
She really just called him when she could have just texted.
Yeah,
him.
come on, boy.
All right, let's just talk about this. Why do family members feel the need to contact everybody else but text?
Hey, I'm saying, man. Sister said, "Where you at right now?" I'm like, I'm on this podcast with the greatest podcast host in the world, ETV. Come on, now.
Miss me with that? No.
No.
All right,
Okay,
back to
we're gonna go on and settle this because we're gonna go and get this shit out the way. Get this shit out the way. Once again, I need to say this.
This
I mean, to be
program
honest, it's not even a comparison. We all know Charles has the better career. PG's a great player. We're
gonna go
they
ahead
don't
and
play
chop this up to the game and get this the great, the one, the only, one of my favorite players of all time, Charles, Mr. Charles, as we call him, Chuck on the golf course when we go play golf together. Charles Barkley.
Oh my god.
Round Chuck.
You talking about the guy that don't understand his brain and his mind? I mean, his mouth and his mind don't think the same.
Right, I'm saying. Okay, so we're gonna get to number 3, the one we all been waiting for, the one that probably gonna take a good 15-20 minutes because they gonna argue like a mother on this one.
Well,
And-
we argue not on whose career was better, but whose career would you choose? That was the big argument.
Yeah, that's the argument. Whose
Okay.
career would choose on this next one?
Okay, hold on.
As a personal person, like as you,
I got it, mother.
who
He
you
said,
think you choose?
he said, "Hey, KDH, this is my podcast. Calm down now."
Hey man, I didn't not graduate for nothing.
Yeah, drink that water. Dehydrated.
I gotta stay hydrated, you know, like my shot.
No.
It's not like Patrick Beverly's.
We still in the NBA.
He don't need to be. He need to be sitting here with us on the podcast.
Nah, stop it. PB, one of my favorite players, man.
He won the worst.
Nah, he's phenomenal.
He won the worst of
He's
that's
phenomenal.
currently. I mean, he won the worst who's in the NBA right now. I'd take Sharif Cooper over him.
Dang.
Who career would you choose? Mr. Clay, one half of the Splash Brother? Or would you take Mr. Wade, the one who Shaq carried to the NBA Finals?
What?
No, I'm just kidding. The one that LeBron James carried to the NBA Finals. And
What?
won. Yeah, I'm just kidding. It was actually, if it wasn't for Wade, LeBron wouldn't have a ring. LeBron would not have a ring.
I'm not here to debate that. So
It was Wade's decision to come together. If it wasn't for Wade, he wouldn't have a ring. He might give Wade a lot of credit. Well, I ain't gonna say he wouldn't have a ring. He wouldn't have one of those rings. Let's put it like that, because he'll have a ring regardless. It's LeBron James. Okay, so they called me the other day. Well, I'm sorry. KDH called me the other day, crying on the phone about this situation.
Whoa.
Okay,
He was in tears. He was in
No,
tears. I remember
No,
that.
he contacted me, and I was in the middle of a game of crab knuckles, and he asked me, "Hey, Mike sent this text out." I said, "What's the text about?" He said, "Who career would you choose? Klay Thompson, Dwayne Wade," and then it went from there. I had to go get me a shot of tequila because it was very interesting to hear this battle right here. So MD said he would choose the light skinned one because they almost the same complexion. And he said he would choose Dwayne Wade because they almost the same complexion and they wear the kind of the same clothes and stuff in the same way and stuff like that. And
We don't have the same lifestyle.
I'm sorry, I take your lifestyle. I ain't gonna love it. I seen that package. I take that lifestyle. You got Garrett. Well, I got kids watching it, so I can't talk about what I want to say. I don't want to watch this, and then they like, "Mom, I was on that show earlier today, and this is what it was on DT was talking about." But if you see the name of my show, DT Unfiltered Uncensored, so I'm gonna be unfiltered uncensored. Just don't watch everything and don't listen to everything. So I'm gonna give MD the opening floor because he the one started the question, and I want him to I'm gonna give him 90 seconds to tell me he would choose Mr. Light Skin, one half of the Splash Brother, one of the greatest shooters of all time, the guy who scored how many points in 27 dribbles or something? I forgot what it was. Huh?
3 points. Who cares? Keep going.
No. How many points he scored in
Nah, Chris is
27
saying
dribbles? It was 27 dribbles. He scored like 60 points or something like that.
60 points.
Yeah, we're gonna go with that. So we're gonna let him talk about that, and your time start now.
Ray said, who would you choose, right? You, me, answering that question. I'm choosing Clay's career every time. The amount that he's been able to accomplish in his career compared to Wade's, far higher, far greater, much more efficiently as well. I'll tell you that every time. Every time. Let's talk. We can talk about the numbers comparison to skill. I ain't got time for that. Clay's
Hey, it's his floor. He got 50 seconds.
he's part of the dynasty. He's made more money overall in his career in a short amount of time. He's still got like 80 million on the books still coming. 200 plus, man.
I bet they
Perennial all-star, perennial all-defender. This man's been all NBA. Come on. You can't talk about one of the greatest dynasties of all time without mentioning Clay being there to hold it up. As the second and the third
30
option.
seconds left.
Comparison careers, I'm choosing Clay 5 out of 10 times every time. All right. But go ahead. Go ahead. I'll stop there. Let KDH get some.
Okay, so KDH, he had his.
Wait. Before you do that, can we take a moment of silence? All right, let's go ahead and go. You can continue.
Okay, that was a quick moment because it wasn't really quiet. But okay, so I'm gonna give
That's
Mr. KDH who fantasized about Gabrielle Union at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I hope Wade don't actually hit it because he'll come whoop your ass. He gonna bring LeBron too. Hey, he fantasized about Gabrielle and what's her name? Savannah. Oh, see, he know the name. I didn't get it. That means he do fantasize about them.
All right, I just saw it on Twitter. Relax yourself.
No, LeBron
was playing on NFL. Don't try it. Don't try it.
LeBron ain't gonna whoop your ass. He gonna send his people to whoop your ass because he got a bunch of them and stuff like that. Oh, real quick tip before I tell you this. I found out one of the coaches who when LeBron was with Blue Chips and his son played for the Blue Chips, LeBron would coach the team even though he wasn't as a coach. They said timeout, LeBron would walk across court and come over there. The coach would step to the side, LeBron run everything.
You should have known that. It's LeBron.
Yeah, but I said, I don't know.
Greg Popovich's son was playing. He said, hold up now.
Let me say. I say if he paying me, oh hell yeah, LeBron, I stand to the side, left and right. You go ahead and do it. But if you ain't paying me, dude, then I don't need to be coaching. I'm gonna be over here just a shirt.
He's just gonna pull his son. Then that's all he's gonna do.
He part of the Blue Chip. He invests in Blue Chips, but he better pay me. Okay, let's get back to this. So I'm gonna give you your 90 seconds on KDA on you and Dwayne Wade because y'all the same skin complexion. Go ahead.
Okay. Number one, I don't understand. Wow. I don't understand why anyone would pick Klay Thompson's career over Dwayne Wade's career.
He's light skinned.
Who cares? What does even Klay Thompson do outside of basketball? Let's just throw that out there. What does he even do?
He drank milk.
That's a buck. You don't know what he do? That's a buck.
Wait, let him go. He drank milk. Go ahead.
Nothing. Anyway, Klay Thompson has one ring over Dwayne Wade. One. Okay, cool. Klay Thompson looks like his career might be over within the next 2-3 years, which will still not amount to the longevity of him. For anyone that plays basketball, wants to play basketball for the long term. Let's just call it for what it is. Then for anybody who wants to play basketball, no one's going to sit there and be like, oh, I want to play like Klay. That's never been a thing. That doesn't even sound like I want to play like Thompson. Come on, bro. Come on. You know, Thompson's a banker. That's all that is. That's the last thing sounds like a banker. At the end of the day, Dwayne Wade has a way better career. He has way more accolades. He has way more honors and awards. That's what people dream when they want to go to the NBA. They want to have those accolades. They want to have those awards. They want to have those things to go for. Klay Thompson being in the All-Star 5 times is just like, okay. Like, come on now. We all know Klay Thompson is not the career you choose.
Time, Negro. Time. Okay. So we're gonna get started. When let's talk about this first ring when they both won their first ring. Who was the starting 5 on each team?
I mean, for LeBron, I mean,
let's say who was the star players on the team
for the first ring for Wade. I mean, it's just
Shaq.
it was Shaq and
And Shaq was in towards the end of his career.
That was
wasn't towards that. He just came from LA.
Who cares?
He
He
just
basically was
came from
done.
LA.
He was injured. He was getting injured left and right that whole season.
that was the peak of his career.
No, peak was when he left.
I
Then
know.
he left. And
That's
they
the
signed
tail
him.
end of his prime. That's the
I'm
tail
just
end.
kidding.
Of his
Okay,
prime.
so he had Shaq.
Shaq. That's
Who
it.
did Clay have his first?
Curry, Iguodala, Draymond at that time.
Yeah.
Draymond
No,
was
who
a star.
was the star? Who was the star in the team?
That was the stars. Curry and Draymond at that time.
Yeah.
I want to put Draymond as a star.
At that time, Draymond was a star.
Calm down
At
now.
that time.
Nah,
His
I wanna
first
put-
ring?
DPOY.
Yeah, he won defensive
You gotta
player.
be a
He
star
was
to
a
be a
star.
He
DPOY.
won that year. Hey,
Yes.
hey, MD, you probably defending. Oh, you were with Klay Thompson. I'm not you.
Exactly.
Hey,
Yeah, you know what?
KDH, you gonna be defending Dwayne Wade. Be quiet. You supposed to let it
No,
go.
no, that is my defendant. He got more stars.
Peep the white hood. Peep the white hood. I'm saying. This man crazy.
Okay. So he got okay. So Wade. Okay, so I'm gonna get the first ring. So I'm gonna get the first point to Wade because Wade did have less talent, and he still. Who did Wade them defeat in the NBA Finals?
Wade beat the Mavericks in a controversial decision too. Controversial.
Who did the 70s? Who did Clay them beat?
LeBron.
LeBron James by himself.
Who was LeBron with at that time? Who team?
It
was
don't
he?
matter. It's LeBron James.
What team was LeBron with?
He was on the Cavaliers.
He was on the Cavaliers the first time. The first time?
Yeah.
Yeah, first time.
Okay. Cool.
Warriors weren't a thing while he was on the Heat.
Yeah.
They were getting there. They were working their
they're
way
on the
to
way.
there.
I'm confused. I thought so. Who won the? Oh, that's when.
That's the second year they went 73-9. That was the second year.
Yeah,
Before
that's-
that, they had already had a ring.
Is that when LeBron went back to the Cavs?
Yeah,
First year back to the Cavs and went to the finals.
yeah,
Okay.
and they lost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
To
Who
the
did
Warriors.
LeBron have on his team that was a star?
Well, he had Kyrie and Kevin Love, but
Injured?
they were
Injured
injured.
stars.
Okay. Who made the most NBA Finals appearance?
You said for who? Dwayne Wade and
Wayne and Clay. Who made the most?
finals appearance.
Yeah.
It's definitely probably Clay on that one.
No, it's not probably. It's definite. Definitely. Clay.
That's definitely finals appearance. Yeah, because I want to say they.
6 times, I think.
Okay. So
I thought it was 7 after last.
No, it's 6.
That's
so
6.
They got the 4 rings for the wins. 2 losses comes from the Cavs and the Raptors.
let me ask you this question. This go kind of help me out a little bit. All of them, both of them, when they made it to the finals, no matter which time they made it to the final, how many times they made it, was either one of them ever the first option on the team?
No, only Dwayne Wade. That's it.
So
Yeah.
Clay's never been first.
Yeah, Clay's never been first.
And Clay had. This is my other question: has Clay ever been third?
Yeah, hell
He
yeah.
is the third, or he was the. No, he was the second up until KD got there. Then he was the third.
Yeah, that's
So
business.
how many rings KD has?
Yeah,
KD, he has 2.
KD got 2.
He had 2, and he had Clay.
Clay has 4.
Yeah, but I'm just saying Clay. He had Clay at times. Well, those 2 times he was there, he dropped down to the third option. The 2 that he did not have KD on, was he ever the second or third, or was he ever the third or fourth option?
Yeah, whenever KD was on the team, yeah, Clay was the second option, right next to Steph.
So last year was Clay the second option.
I know.
So technically, only one season,
Good question.
one playoff, one NBA final win, he was the second option, which was the very first.
I mean, he was the second option of the second finals, which they lost. Then KD got there.
I'm
They
talking
was
about
the
the ones
third.
he won. I'm talking about the ones he won the ring on.
Yeah, only one time was the second option.
Okay, so let's go to Wade. Wade, the first time he won, he
Finals
said
MVP.
he was final MVP. So okay, so he won that, and he was the first option that first year because he was with Shaq, and Shaq was on the total. He already hit his peak, so he was not going towards the end of his career. He wasn't at the end, but he was going towards the second time he won a ring. He was with LeBron James, and he was the second option. Am I correct?
It's arguable, but yeah.
Who you think was the second option if it wasn't? Could have been arguable.
No, I think D Wade was the first, then LeBron was kind of second. LeBron was a leader of the defensive side of things, but I mean, it's arguable.
So you saying that Wade on the second time he won the second ring, he possibly the first option as well?
Yeah, I think that. Here's how I think. I think the first, not the first one, he won. I mean, not the second shot. The first year with LeBron, they tried it. It didn't work out because they lost to Dallas because they tried to run everything through LeBron because they thought it was going to be overpowered. After that, D Wade was 9 times out of 10 going to be the first option scoring. LeBron would have to fit in accordingly how he would.
Oh no, I can see
he could play anything, guard anything, run the floor, do anything. So it's like when a lot of LeBron during the second year, it was a lot of fast breaks, and a lot of plays were played geared towards Dwayne Wade.
No, I'll say it's the reverse of that. Wade was the first option for the 2011 finals. That's why LeBron deferred to him. LeBron's just like, all right, this is your team. He said
it was his team the whole time he was there.
No, 2011 was Wade's year of leading that team. After they lost, he's just like, all right, Bron, this is now your team. You're gonna lead it 2012 forward.
I don't know about that one.
Okay, so let's just make it easy because LeBron won MVP, so LeBron basically probably the first option. Go get that. The second time they won a ring, once again, we know for sure LeBron was the first option.
Definitely.
Yeah. And then that's the case. Like, if you're gonna choose between which career, do you want to be the second?
Hold on. Let me finish.
Yeah, let me finish this question.
I'm coming through with something. Okay, so Clay got 4 rings, Wade got 3. Wade was the first option on 2 of the 3 rings. Clay has never been the first option, but Clay has been a second option on 2 of 1 of the 4 rings, and basically he was the third option on 3 of the 4. Okay. Clay, Wade won out his rings with Miami. Clay won out his rings with Golden State. Okay, so they kind of equaled out on that. Who has the better playoff? Who has better points per game in the playoff?
Oh, that's probably got to be Dwayne Wade.
If we just talking counting stats, I mean, it's going to be Wade. Efficiency is Clay all day, but counting stats, it's Wade.
Defensive efficiency, who was the best in the playoff?
Clay.
No, he's not. No.
Over Wade?
Yes.
Over Wade?
Yes, over Wade.
All right. I mean, that's what you think. I mean, I have no idea how you can come to this point.
Dwayne Wade. I mean, I'm sorry, Dwayne Wade over Clay. My fault.
It's definitely Clay over Wade when it comes to defense.
It's not. No, it's not.
Defense?
Average more steals in the playoffs than him, average more blocks than him, and it actually would have to guard the second best player. Clay, when you sitting there being on the Warriors, you have to sit there and guard them. Defensively, you had to guard the Warriors. That's tiring. So when you're getting tired and you got to run on offense, niggas ain't trying to do too much. They're not trying to do nothing because they're too tired trying to play defense against these dudes.
The point of the Warriors is that everyone knew their chemistry and their role. Clay's role was 3 and D, right?
Even if it was okay, 3 and D. Keep going. I'm gonna let you finish that one.
Wade, they didn't have constructed roles for the Heat when he played with Bron. All right,
they didn't need it.
Exactly, and that was their fault, and that's why they lost 2011. They needed defined roles.
Okay, you can
because
say
then
that.
you got two MVP players going balls to the walls, both slashing, both trying to be athletic, both trying to get to the basket. One of them playing much better defense than the other.
So, are you saying that they changed their peripheral roles as the time went on? Because they didn't. They didn't change it.
You're talking about the Heat?
Yes, they didn't change it. Dwayne Wade and LeBron were still running the same roles they ran since 2011.
Wade had to become more passive to allow Bron to shine. Then through Bron's capabilities, and he's a great playmaker, he then incorporates Wade better into the lineup, better into the gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Wade can get his own bucket. That's not the issue. When you got both of them on the court, they both play similar when it comes to slashing and getting to the basket. That's where there's conflict. When you got Steph on the court, Draymond and Clay, you know exactly what they're there to do.
That was just for 2 years, and then KD came. What was
when KD came? They still knew what to do even better because there's less.
No, all they did, they ran the same thing. They ran the same exact thing. KD came, they ran the same exact thing. It just added a more prolific score. It's not like
what I just said. That's what I just said.
Okay,
the roles are defined. They know what they're doing.
Even then, even if we're going to do that at that point, we're talking about defensive efficiency. That's how I came down. D-Wade still had to play the same exact defense that he had to do with LeBron. Klay Thompson didn't have to play nearly defense. Everybody knew when they came out with that team, it made it unfair, and you had to outscore the Warriors. It don't matter how much defense Klay was going to play. He didn't have to play defense if he didn't want to. The fact that you have to chase those guys.
I love what you're saying because it's BS, and I love it. All right, we need that. We need that on this show because
how is that BS?
How many all defensive selections does Wade have?
How many what?
How many defensive selections does Wade have?
4.
0.
Defensive selections. That's all we're talking about.
0 defensive selections.
What do you mean by that?
Through his entire career, Wade has 0 all defensive selections.
That's false. He has 3.
3?
And if you on defense, he has 3. You know how many times Klay Thompson has? 1. Exactly. That 1 year that KD was there,
and he's not even the first option.
What does that have to do with defense? If you're an option or not, defense is defense.
So we're both in agreement. Wade's a better player, right?
No, we just was talking about. You said the deep.
No. I just asked this question. You're going to something else. I just asked this question. Who's a better player, Wade or Klay? Wade, yeah.
It's Wade. Yeah, we get that.
All right. So to me, he has a better skill level than Klay, right? He has a better all-encompassing game than Klay does, right?
Yes.
So I expect more out of Wade. Is that fair to say?
How do
you not expect more out of a better player?
No, because in today's league, we don't. Not defensively.
Not defensively.
Look at today's league. Do we expect all the?
We're not comparing today's league. We're talking about Klay versus Wade.
I'm saying, but that's still 2 different types of eras of the basketball. Players now offensively, you don't care about defense. That's what you have the other guys for. We don't sit there and complain about Luka 24/7 or LeBron. Oh, they just don't play no defense. Doesn't matter if they're going to score. Klay Thompson could score. Dwayne Wade did both by his own choice. Klay does not play the best defense.
Right. Klay was top defender in the league at the wing position. And then he also had to work with the best defender in the league at the time, with Draymond.
That makes it so
They're
much.
They're the anchors of the D.
Mm-hmm.
Pause. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Klay Thompson
that still has nothing to do with it.
Taller, longer, more athletic defender.
Mm-hmm.
Wade just put pressure on you when you're on ball.
That's defense, motherfucker. What do you mean?
I'm not saying that's not defense. I'm not saying that's not defense. What did I just say? Repeat back to me what I said.
You said
you can't because you're not paying attention. Look at you. In your school. Education.
You just said Klay Thompson was longer.
Defensive wing.
Hold on, real quick. I got a question. He said education. Did both of y'all go to Collins Hill?
Nah.
No.
Where you went to? Where you went, Mike?
I'm not disclosing that information.
Okay, I'm sorry. Apologize.
No, the government watched me. We got to calm down.
Miss me with that bullshit.
Oh, my bad. It slipped. Go ahead.
No, that's cool.
Okay, go ahead. Finish our argument. I'm just taking it all in so I can render my verdict shortly.
Like I said, we're not comparing player to player when it comes to the skill level because Wade's a better player.
Yes,
we're talking about which career you would rather have.
Exactly. Any basketball fan,
Wade
any basketball player taking
more than Klay Thompson.
You said what?
Wade's career has been more of a failure than in comparison to Klay Thompson.
How's it been more of a big failure?
Wow.
Is Wade a top 3 shooting guard all time?
Yes, he is.
Right?
Yes.
He has not won one MVP. Not one.
He's won finals MVP.
Don't give a fuck about the finals.
Okay, Klay Thompson hasn't won MVP. What's your point?
He top 3 shooting, right? Top 3 shooting guard all time.
Yes.
We compare him to Kobe. We still say he's better than AI and James Harden.
Yes.
And this man hasn't won MVP. He got one controversial championship with Shaq.
Okay.
Then he got Bron, and Bron was the man.
Mm-hmm.
Wade hasn't been able to accomplish anything.
Wade accomplishes the best Miami Heat player to ever play basketball.
Which is great. That's phenomenal.
Klay Thompson ain't even in the top 10 of shooting guards of all time. So what's your point?
Klay is arguably top 3 shooter ever.
Nobody cares if you're a shooter.
Yeah, they do. Calm down.
They don't. No, they don't.
The whole game today is surrounded around shooting.
No, they don't. They cared about shooting.
Surrounded by shooting.
That's for you, KDH, on that. People do.
No. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Whoa. They care about shooters. Name your top 3 shooters right now, D.
You talking about in the NBA or
in general, NBA of all time?
Reggie Miller, Ray
Where's
Allen.
he ranked in your top 10?
Who? Reggie Miller?
Yeah.
Not.
What about top 20?
No.
What about top 30?
Possibly.
Possibly. Okay, who's your next one?
Ray Allen?
Where's he ranked in your top 10?
Not.
Where's your ranked in the top 20?
Not.
Where's your ranked in the top 30?
Well, why are we trying to dismiss these men's careers?
Okay,
right now?
I'm
What are you gonna
asking
do with
him.
this?
I'm asking him. Who was your third one?
Klay Thompson?
Where's he in the top 10?
Not.
Top 20?
Probably towards the bottom.
So none of these guys are ranked in anyone's top 3, and they're one of the best shooters of all time.
He probably
As you-
somewhere in the 20s. I'm gonna be honest. Him,
So
Ray
Klay Thompson,
Allen,
you
and
put-
Reggie probably in the top 20. In the 20s.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so top 20.
No, in the 20s, not the top 20. So 20 to 30.
So 20 and 30. So none of those guys are in your. And would you list any of those in your top 5 in shooting guards?
Well, I list any of them in my shooting guard top
Mhm.
5. Klay.
You put
Hey.
Klay in your top 5.
I won't put him ahead. Wade.
Well, I know that, but
Wade number 2.
Wade number 2.
number.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Wade number 3.
No. Keep it number 2. Keep it up. Keep it number 2.
No, because I forgot somebody. No, Wade's number 3.
All I'm saying, people don't care about shooters, bro. Now, there's just some of the best
No,
shooters.
that- no, you
There's
need to
only a
stop with
few
that.
shooters.
Stop
There's
with that.
only a few shooters that are listed, and you have to be on a shooting level that
No.
no one has ever seen.
Jordan and Braun, if they didn't have shooters, they don't have rings. What are you
What does
talking
it
about?
have to do with you being a great player?
I have to disagree with you on that with Jordan. Jordan he didn't need shooters. He had them. He didn't need them to win.
All right, who
Nah,
was the
he
one
needed-
boy on the
he
team?
needed-
I mean,
he-
If
who
he
made
didn't
the
have,
shot?
because we know Scottie Pippen not a shooter, and he did. He
He's
needed
a
Scottie
decent shooter. He's a decent shooter.
Pippen. Nah, who? Scottie who?
Scottie Pippen.
Scottie Barnes? Not Scottie Pippen.
All right, stop
He
it.
definitely
Yo,
ain't
stop
no good shooter.
disrespecting Pitt, man.
He's definitely not a good shooter.
Pitt?
Scotty Barnes is a better shooter than Pimpin.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying Pitt was a good shooter for what he was.
He could score. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
He can score. I ain't gonna say. I don't know
Okay,
about
he can
shooting.
score okay. But when we're talking about elite shooting, you have to be. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson will never be on the same level. Larry Bird and Klay Thompson will never be on the same level. The shooters do not get the respect they deserve nearly as much. They stay in the game for a long time because that's what you need. However, they're not respected on the same level as most of these other guards that are two-way. Two-way wins everything. D-Wade was a two-way player.
Clay's
He
a
could
two-way
shoot.
player.
He could
What
play
you talking
defense. No, we've seen it for this whole career. He's a dominant player. We've never seen Klay Thompson be as dominant in leading a team yet, so it's hard to judge him on how he can. But I can almost guarantee you now that man is not doing that at any point in his career.
He doesn't need to lead a team. That's what I'm talking about. That's the beauty of his career. Wade was put in leading a career. He did a great job 1 year, just like AI did a great job 1 year, right? He got to the finals and he won the championship.
He did that good for almost 4 or 5 years, to be honest.
Right. After they won that championship, Wade had a horrible time because he didn't have the capacity with the players he had to try to get back to that finals.
Mm-hmm.
He failed every year because they expected the most out of this guy. It was year 3 for him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he won a championship. When you win a championship in year 3, people expect the highest out of you going forward.
Of
So the
course.
fact he wasn't able to get back there without Braun was an issue.
Okay.
Klay Thompson, they didn't. He's the 11th pick of the draft. He's a great shooter. Like, he's going to be a great role player. Look what he's
That's what
been
he
able
ended
to
up
accomplish.
as.
Look what he's been able to accomplish. Third greatest
He's-
shooter of all time, part of one of the greatest dynasties. They win championships because of Klay.
I
Being
do,
the second
I do give you that. They are one of the greatest dynasties of all time. So I'm gonna give you
Oh,
that.
yeah. They're the
Nothing wrong.
greatest dynasty.
They ain't the
Post
greatest,
Bulls.
but they're one of the greatest.
Post Bulls. Post Bulls are the greatest dynasty.
Okay, I give you that.
Yeah. I completely give you on the best dynasty, but at the end of the day, you're asking a career of the only thing that you can honestly say.
Y'all are talking about who would you choose, not who had the better, like who
No.
the better team.
Whose career?
No,
Wade's
we know
career
whose
for me,
career is better.
He
We
didn't
know his career
achieve
better.
everything Wade wanted to achieve. He did not achieve everything he wanted to achieve. Klay has gone over and achieved more than he ever thought he would
Okay,
ever.
you can't say Klay has overachieved as if he is leading this team and he's doing. When you're saying when someone comes to the NBA,
He's
the main
overachieved.
job.
Yo,
Huh?
you don't even know who Klay was. When he's coming to a team, we're not expecting anything of Klay. We look at Wade on Marquette and he said, damn, yo, this guy is going to hoop whatever team he gets to. Then he won a championship year 3.
Yes.
When he gets to the league, we don't expect a damn thing out of this guy. We're like, all right, he's going to be in the league for a few years.
Yep.
He might be a good role player. That'll be it.
Mhm.
This man is the key part of a dynasty that's been able to, even today, be a threat to everyone in this league.
Okay.
Clay's overexceeded because we didn't expect anything from him.
Okay. He's overexceeded at being a very well role player, and we're giving him credit to that compared to someone who we all look for. When we draft someone, we draft them to the potential of helping the team. Correct? Yes. Klay Thompson has probably helped his team to continue the great as they were heading towards. Dwayne Wade was the great that he made the Heat. In those 3 years, they built around Wade. They don't build around Klay. They built around Curry.
Exactly.
He came in as a role player.
I'm not disagreeing with that, bro. You're making good points for me
No, I'm
He
not.
made Wade the man.
The only argument that you started off making was the fact that he makes more money. Number one, money's irrelevant. That does not matter how much
Money's
money.
not irrelevant. That's why we play
Money
the game.
is irrelevant. You can't. It
That's why
doesn't.
we play the
Scottie
game.
Pippen made $100 million in his career. You know how many players nowadays are making that much? It doesn't matter. They're not better than Scottie Pippen.
Scottie wishes he could have had that contract.
You cannot have that contract if the money was not there.
Bro, the money was there. How's Mike getting paid? How's Mike getting paid?
What do you mean how much Mike? Mike was the face of the whole entire franchise. That's
exactly.
different.
Scottie got undercut. Scottie got undercut the entire time he was
That's
there.
still not his fault. There are players that aren't even on that level that's making that much money. You act like he has a decision on that.
Hold on. If you've seen The Last Dance, Scottie screwed himself. Go ahead, continue.
No, even if Scottie screwed himself.
No, Scottie screwed. If you watch The Last Dance, he screwed himself. He the one.
Even if Scottie screwed himself, that's still making it irrelevant. That basically, you're basically saying I'm going to choose Tyson Chandler's career over Scottie Pippen's just because he made more money.
There's other
that's one of the top 3. That's one of the top 3 athletes in NBA that robbed the NBA of all time. Top 3.
And he didn't get paid. Oh, if that's the case, what about Bill Russell during his career?
Oh, you leaving out what's his name? What's his name? Who came?
Wilt Chamberlain. Let's talk about Wilt Chamberlain.
You're bringing up these people. Wow.
Oh, hold on. If you talking about money, but you got to talk about the guy who brought the gun to the arena with him that day. Gilbert Arenas. He's number one. He's number one. He's the number one person that robbed the NBA. He's my number one top list who robbed the NBA.
I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying money is irrelevant when we're talking about who's
definitely not. That's why they're playing the game, Chris. They're playing the game for.
I understand that, but that's not how the market works. If you know anything about market, I can't play. The market's different. NBA is not worth what it was 10, 20 years ago.
It's worth more now.
Even if they wanted to.
It's worth more now, right?
That's my point. You're able to get more money. That's out of your decision, though. If we are able to give you 200,000, we can give you 200,000. Back then, when Scottie was playing, they're not just gonna give you 200 million. It's not gonna happen.
I mean, that's fine, but that's the point of the argument. That's the point of having these different careers. They are different careers. These are different scenarios. That's the point.
So telling me I'm gonna be a young child. I'm watching basketball, and I say, "Oh, this guy, Dwayne Wade's a great player. I would love to be like him." Or am I going to watch this game and be like, "Oh, yeah, that third option there, I definitely want to be him." No one's going to pick, I want to be Klay Thompson. The reason why people like Mike is because he was great. People strive for greatness. They choose the careers that are great. They don't choose a role player in that scenario. No one's going to sit here and pick a role player, Klay Thompson, even though he was great and made the money that looks good for him for that current thing, even though that was a thing. They're still going to pick over Dwayne Wade over Klay Thompson. No one's picking Klay Thompson's career over Dwayne Wade's. It's not going to happen.
I respect that viewpoint.
I'm gonna say this. Okay, because y'all don't went back and forth. So it's time for me to render my verdict on this. The first I'm gonna say is I have to disagree with you on the last statement you said, Chris, that nobody, because it will be somebody who would choose Klay Thompson. Well, it will be a lot of people. It will be a lot of people. It will be a lot of people, not a few. It'll be a lot of people who would choose his career over Wade because of the fact is they like the glam and the flash and all the Splash Brothers and everything and what he did. So you have a lot of people who want that path. So I can't agree with you on that. I see both of y'all viewpoints on it because Klay has had a bigger.
Wait 1 second. Can I make an argument to that though?
Go ahead.
If they like the flash and the king, why not go Dwayne Wade? Because he got the most flash than Klay anyway. He's got in Finals MVP. You're the man of the whole entire city, not just a franchise.
Hold on. Let me finish. Hold on. You can't really compare. I mean, as much as I love Miami, Miami's good, but Cali is Cali. I mean, he just is
No one says this is Clay's city. Come on now. Who says Clay's this is
Nobody
Clay's
said
city?
it because, but you live in that lifestyle out in California, and to me, and you know, I've been to both, and I would choose California in a heartbeat over Miami, and I love Miami, but I would choose California. Go ahead, MD. You about to say something?
So this is about which career we would choose, right? Clay's career is far more efficient in what he's been able to produce overall compared to Wade's. Less time playing, more money paid, more championships won, more notoriety. And we still don't know what he does in the offseason. This man has achieved superstar status without being a superstar. He gets paid like a superstar without being a superstar. If I'm going to work and I have to put a third of the effort you do and I make more money than you do, I'm going to take that all day. I don't care if I get the flash or not.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and render my verdict because this is gonna go on forever. Y'all gonna argue forever. It's two ways I can look at this. If we're going at who career would I choose, Klay Thompson versus Wade, thinking about it after hearing y'all talk, and I'm gonna tell you reason why. I'm gonna tell you the other part of the reason. Honestly, if I had to choose a career, I'm gonna choose Klay's because his path was easier to me, and he does less work like what he said. But overall, if I'm gonna choose who I would prefer to who. This is not who career, who I think who made a bigger contribution towards a team and help them win. I'm going with Wade. Because without Wade, a lot of times I'm put like this, without Wade, I don't think LeBron would have his first 2 rings, and I don't think he would have that. I don't think Shaq would have had a ring in Miami. I do think 3 out of the 4 rings, Golden State would have had a harder time, but they would still won on rings without Klay. So I think they still would have won. I think they still would have won the ring. They probably would have had 1. But without Klay, I think without Klay, I think Steph would have had 3 rings. With Klay, he got 4. I think without Wade, LeBron would have probably got his first ring if he would have. If Al didn't, I don't think he would never left. But Miami wouldn't have 3 rings in the last 15 to 20 years.
I mean, I get it. I understand people's, heroes want to be remembered, but legends never die. And I think definitely I'm going to pick Dwayne Wade because I'm going to be
I get what you're saying, but y'all ask who career would I choose. I would
would you want to be a hero and being successful in that franchise, or do you want to be a legend?
Well, listen, I'd rather choose Klay because of
people lazy.
Wait, huh?
People lazy. That's the only reason you
about legends.
No, hold on.
He's not.
I can't say no. I can't listen. Hold on. So I can't say Klay's lazy because I don't feel like Klay's lazy.
No,
I feel like Klay, because Klay worked just as hard and Klay busts his butt, but Klay just never being the first option on the team ever.
So
he never been a first option.
So he worked just as hard as Dwayne Wade. He's not a first option or second option. However, we're going to put him on the same perimeter as being a legend in the league. So I guess nowadays you might as well put him damn near close to the Kobe standard, because at that point, what does that even have to matter anymore? Because if we're talking about work, when you're a starter and a legend and a first option, or even at least the bare minimum, the second option, that takes a lot of work alone. Because I feel like at that point, we're disrespecting the Jordans, we're disrespecting the Kobes, we're disrespecting the Magic, we're disrespecting the LeBrons. They're first options for a reason.
And I get what you're saying. I'm just going to I would choose Klay career. But if I'm going up who I would choose to be Klay, but who I think made a bigger impact, who I think in a legacy, I would go with Wade. I'm just being honest. It's a 2 different questions. If I'm choosing who I think made a bigger impact and for their career and for the team they play with, I'm going with Wade. But if I'm choosing who personally I'm taking, I'm gonna go with Klay.
And see, I respect that because I understand that. I feel like that's definitely a fan answer. I'm gonna be honest, because people who play basketball, I almost can guarantee you they're gonna pick Dwayne Wade, just because we understand when we're playing, this is what we're trying to reach. It's not about being, I want to be a role. No one's going into a sport thinking I want to be a role player. I will play my role if that's the case, but I'm going to work towards achieving something that I don't think no one else could achieve, or achieve the best that I could be. I think that's more of a like, okay, if I'm going to play NBA, if someone said, hey, we're going to put you in the NBA and you're going to go in there, do this, and you go to the end of your career and they say, yeah, you could have been this player or you could have been that player. You were this player, that player. I'm pretty sure most people would be like, I would rather have the Dwayne Wade. I know the money's nice. I know you don't have to do nearly as much. I know you can be in the greatest franchise. I'm sure a lot of Jordan's other players would say the same. Oh, yeah, I was with the great franchise. They don't get remembered. Steve Kerr barely gets remembered, and the only reason we talk about him is because of the one shot he made and he's coaching. Half those other people never get remembered, ever. I know right now, because Clay's playing, he's going to get remembered. I promise you. During that dynasty, they're going to have Clay, but that more so recognized is going to be on that KD and Steph Curry is going to be the more of a talk about more than anything. And I know, like I said, if money's involved, I can understand why you pick them, because you can't. Money in that argument is going to be points just because it's a different time, different era.
It's more than the money, Chris, though. Like the money, like he makes more than Wade's entire career, period. Outside of that, we both walk out the building, walk out after practice, right? I just want to go home to my dog. You just want to go home and see Gabriel Union, but you get stopped by everybody, and everybody wants your autograph on the way out the door. I can just hop in my car, cruise away, knowing we make the same amount of money.
Well, I'm not talking about the lifestyle. I'm talking about the career. I could care less about the lifestyle after that.
The lifestyle comes with the career. That's the problem. That's the problem. People will remember Klay Thompson.
Because I mean, now you're talking about me having two sons. That don't matter. I'm talking about basketball.
Hey, I'm not saying nothing. Yo, you brought that up, all right? Expo me out of that one. All right. Klay's accomplishments are what matter when it comes to the career we're trying to choose here. When you see Wade, Wade's trying to be remembered as a legend. Klay came in and said, how can I give the best amount of value to this team? And that's what he did. So he knew his role. He came in, he accomplished that. Wade knew his role, came in, became the superstar. They don't have the same skill cap.
Nowhere near.
However, Klay's accomplished more than Wade has.
Yeah. It seems like you want to be in the office or you want to be top dog. I'm taking top dog every time. I'm just sorry.
It's great to be top dog, but if you're getting paid less than the man in the office, why be top dog?
That's a different time. You can't do that. There are people that right now that are working that will look at back in my day. Fucking McDonald's only cost $3 for a meal. Why? Because we have inflation. You cannot pick the money off of something that has nothing to do with their control.
It's more than the money. It's the balance of lifestyle along with you. Like I said, the team, the chemistry, what you've been able to be a part of. You have the exact same, even greater level of achievement.
So in this aspect, basically what you're saying, 10 years from now, let's say D Wade was into this reign. He did the same thing he did back then. You're taking D Wade's career over Klay's.
Say that again. I don't understand.
10 years in the future. From now, D Wade never existed. He exists now. Does the same thing he did career-wise there. 10 years from now, obviously he's going to get a huge amount of pay raise out this water. You're going to choose D Wade over Klay Thompson during that time. 10 years.
So the exact same career. Nothing changes to his career.
Nothing changes 10 years from now, just besides the money, the lifestyle, and everything else.
All right.
The accolades inside, but if you're adding money as an aspect, he's gonna, instead of that 200, it's gonna probably increase to about 450 during 10 years from now. They've already did the math of how much it's gonna get inflated. So he's getting 450 million within his career 10 years from now. You taking that over Klay Thompson?
That's a great question. In comparison to what's been accomplished, because I mean that's a huge factor. I'm not going to dismiss that fact.
Because now he's top dog and he's making money.
But like as I said at the beginning, like when we were asked this question, I said 5 times out of 10, I'm picking Klay's. I would still pick Wade's. It's not that I would never pick Wade's.
You can't go 5 times out of 10 and say Wade 50%. I'm gonna take Wade's accolades, but I'm gonna take Klay's money and his less work and his all that. That doesn't how it works.
That is how it works. That's what we strive to for the day.
You're picking
it's
both
all about
sides.
automation. I guarantee you, D, the businessman here, right? If he could automate everything he could, so he just gets all that passive income, he would love to do that. It's all about trying to generate as much income with the least amount of work. That's the goal.
Yeah, but that's not sports.
That is sports when you're capable of still achieving success.
That's
if you're
not
still
sports.
into the finals, if you're still considered the dynasty.
Name me a player that has literally been a role player, made more than any star player in their current generation.
Outside of Klay Thompson?
Klay Thompson has not made than some of the greats like Steph, LeBron, KD. He has not made more than them. They're greats. They make more money than him in today's current generation because they have proved more. During D Wade's time, Wade was getting paid darn near more than almost a lot of those players, except he took a pay cut, which I will give you, to bring in LeBron. That's different. But that was only for 3 years. He wasn't taking no pay cut no more.
So you were saying how you want to be top dog, yeah?
Yes,
You just took away money to bring in a top dog.
Yes.
That, to me, that backhands the statements you're making. You're saying all this about being top dog in the NBA, being the showcase, being the man. You took less money to bring in a better player.
Yes, that's nothing to do with the original.
That has to do with your point that you're trying to make.
No,
you're saying you don't want Clay's career because you want to be top dog. You just gave up top dog. You're now Clay's career.
No, you're not.
Yes, you are. That's what you become.
Clay is third option. D Wade is still the first and second option on both of those things.
Yes, second option behind Braun.
Okay, let's just say second option, still doing the same things, and that's where he was most successful at. If he could have gotten more money, he would have. If they were just the reason why we're having the problem now of why Clay's able to make that much money is because even the Adam Silver said they're trying to change it because you should not be able to just pay players whatever you want and keep the same players and then think you can still pay the luxury tax and you'll rather pay the huge amount of luxury tax to be able to keep these players. That's not how it works. That's why they're making a rule because that's not fair and that's not how the game is. That's not how we built it upon.
Okay, gentlemen, we got to wrap this up because y'all.
I'm sorry.
Y'all go back and forth, getting 30 more minutes on this. Well, so I'm not gonna change. I will choose Clay's career, but if I say who had a bigger impact, who I think has a bigger legacy in the league, I give it to Wade. It's just who career I would choose personally. I'm going with Clay because the lifestyle he probably could live. I know Wade live a good lifestyle, but Wade, if we looking off the court, Wade has more obligations than to me. Exactly. That's the only thing I can say. But Wade do have the better looking. I don't know how do Clay woman. Have y'all seen Clay woman before?
You got a lot of women. That's what you got. You don't got a single one.
If it's women,
he's a good man too, though. He's a good man.
Women or men, we don't know if it's women or men. It's one of the two. But you never know what's going on. And so we do know he got a commercial where he drank milk. So he do. That's one thing we know he do out there.
It's not no milk drinker.
Yeah, he had a milk commercial. I don't know how much money he made out there because ain't no milk paid money. But okay. So
I didn't know milk paid money.
I ain't no milk paid money because milk is not. It's like milk is milk. It's not. It's not like Cheetos or Coca-Cola or something like. It's milk. It's milk. Everybody has every is milk. So that's why I don't know how you get paid from doing a milk commercial.
Hey, you got milk, man. That's a campaign. That's a campaign.
Got milk. Okay, hey, I would love to have a milk commercial. Just let you know, DT would love to have that. Make some money, sponsorship. There you go. Hit me up in DMs. All right. Well, we gonna go back to what we went over. Who had the better career, or who had a better career originally? We said was Wade and Allen Iverson. I gave it to AI because he is one of the best of all time. Over James Harden. James Harden to me is one of the overrated of all time. That's just me. I ain't really a big James Harden fan. I think he's a piece of shit, but that's just me.
Yo, come on.
I think I always told everybody this, and KD could attest to this. I said James Harden is a superstar during regular season, and he's just an average player in the playoffs.
No, you can't say that, man. He ran into the Warriors 4 times. He ran into the Warriors 4 times.
He don't never put up the numbers like he do in the regular season in the playoffs. Nope. Go look at his playoff numbers and look at his regular season numbers. That's why I say he's a superstar during regular season. Then playoffs, he go high under a rock.
Yeah, he comes as a like an all-star.
That has been his career, has been his role his whole career. Just go look at ever since he been with Houston till now, he has never been a superstar as they proclaim him to be in the playoffs. He's never been a superstar. He have a good game. He has a superstar game here and there, but it's never consistent. Like he has had superstar game consistently during regular season. So that's what I say about James Harden. I don't know if I'm being honest. I think you got your 76 is your team. Don't think James Harden ever gonna win a ring. Don't think so. Because first of all, y'all got Doc Rivers as your coach. Y'all got Doc Rivers. That's the first.
Doc is a great guy. All right, great. I would talk to him. I'd chat with him. I question why he chooses the schemes, the plays he chooses. I'm down to get the new part.
Hold on. We're gonna stop right here. We're gonna stop right here. Okay, this is DT. I gotta end my show because he just said Doc Rivers a great. Doc
He's
Rivers,
a great person.
Doc Rivers don't even think he's a great coach. Doc Rivers don't even think
he's a great coach.
No, Doc Rivers don't even believe that. Doc Rivers don't even believe he's a good coach. When had Doc Rivers ever done anything since the Celtics? Please tell me.
I'm not saying none of that. I'm not saying he's a great coach.
I thought you said he was a great coach.
He's a great person. I'm saying he's a great person.
Okay. I thought I heard. I heard.
Nah, I'm not saying he's a great coach.
I got a headache. Like you know how you eat ice cream too fast.
Yeah. One big scoop. You take a bite of the ice cream, yeah.
I thought that when you said Doc, I thought you said Doc Rivers was a great coach.
I got love for Doc.
I said, Mike, you might be our last time ever talking. Even if I'm Daniel and Chris, I wasn't gonna speak. I'm gonna just go the other way. They're gonna be like, "That's a rude motherfucker," right there. I'm like, them niggas said, "Them motherfucker." Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that word. This motherfucker right here said that Doc Rivers was a great coach. They said, "Oh, don't talk to him no more." That's what they would say.
Yeah. You saw how he pointed at you, KDH. He was pointing at you when he said that.
Oh, yeah.
Go down.
Oh, my bad. But okay. I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying this 3 times. It slipped because I thought you said Doc Rivers was a great coach, and I was getting.
No one should ever say that in their mouth. That's forbidden. That's forbidden.
Doc Rivers, great and coach should never be in the same sentence.
Yeah. Now you're being sour.
Doc Rivers,
coach. He said mentorship.
Doc Rivers a great person. I give you that. Yeah, I give that. Yes. Doc Rivers is a great person.
Yeah, thank you. That's what we stand for. Doc Rivers, great person.
Yeah, Doc Rivers a great person and stuff like that. Okay, so, and then we talked about the great Sir Charles, Mr. Charles Barkley versus Paul George, and of course, Charles Barkley got the best of that one. We're gonna get him the better career. And then last but not least, we discussed Klay Thompson versus Dwayne Wade for almost an hour and 25 minutes. And they went back and forth, and I had me a coffee break, ate dinner, took a shit, showered, came back, and they were still talking about it. And I decided to go with Klay Thompson because Klay Thompson is light skinned. So that's one reason why I went with it.
That's the team, baby.
Splash Brothers. Light skin,
Unite,
light skin, and Mike part of the light skin crew. So, all right, I appreciate y'all guys being on the show today. It was a fun show. It was entertaining to listen to y'all argue, and I could just imagine if Daniel was part of this, it would just even being probably more loud. I probably turn the mic down a little bit because Mike and Michael and Daniel would have been going at it, and Daniel would have said something stupid that would have pissed Michael off more. And we know how that goes and stuff like that. Then, then Daniel got really upset and probably left the computer. He probably shut the computer screen like this.
Yeah, he would have stood up. He would have stood up, hit his head on the ceiling, and walked away.
Yeah.
It would be crazy.
All right, but I'm going to wrap up the show. This is your boy DT from DT's Unfiltered Uncensored. Make sure you check out my Instagram page. All you got to do is search DT_Unfiltered Uncensored. Make sure you follow me. Also, click the link in my bio that take you to my YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, watch all my prior shows, my Rising Superstar, my live shows, and then follow me on Twitch and Twitter and Facebook, everything. Just go follow me. I got some great show, great contents coming up. Anything y'all want to say before we end the show?
Most definitely. KDH, you were great to talk about these topics with, man. You're a great person at arguing. You're a great person at debating. I loved it. DT, I appreciate being invited on here. You're one of the greatest hosts around. I keep hearing you all through the streets of Atlanta, man. It's like you got to check out DT's. It's a place you got to go. Place you got to be. Yeah. I appreciate it, man.
I appreciate it. That's so true. Whoever said all that.
I have one thing to say.
Oh God, this motherfucker.
I have one thing to say. All right.
Damn.
This is a question for you. Can you say Giannis Antetokounmpo? You've had months now.
Okay, somebody's phone ring. It is time for me to wrap up.
Months now.
Have a great day. This is your boy DT, Unfiltered Uncensored.
It's DT. You have just now listened to the most talked about podcast in the country. DT, Unfiltered Uncensored. Thank you for tuning in, and see you next time. Damn.